Hi, Jefferson. How are you? Can you hear me, Jefferson? Choo choo. You come sit here, puppy. Hi, Big Max. How are you? Happy Saturday. Hope you're having a great day, weekend, Easter. Who's excited for Jesus? My Saturday's okay. Just want to kill my neighbors, and I'm trying not to want to do that, especially because of Easter. But they make it very hard. They make it so hard. I'm good. Poor Jesus, when you think about the sacrifice. Oh my gosh, I know. You guys, if you haven't watched The Chosen, must see. I love The Chosen. I'm rewatching it right now. Jefferson says, yeah, phone giving me problems. Okay, how are you? Oh yeah, neighbor problems. They're so annoying. For real, Big Max. Hi, Bob. Hi, Hugo. Welcome, welcome, everyone. Hi, Damon. You eating up that sundress. Wow, thank you. I got to do laundry. Oh. Hi, SP. Thank you. Hi, Will. I like this hair better. Yeah, this is my hair. No characters today. Sometimes I have to take a day off from characters because doing the voices is kind of hard on my throat. Pause. Hi, LM. Hi, Shake. Thank you. Thank you. Hi, Haoud. Stop it. You are not cute. Oh, go suck an egg. Hi, Scooter. Yes, I remember you. Hi, Noeda. Thank you. Thank you. Have a great weekend, you beautiful human. You too, Noeda. Now that's a lot of woman. Thank you so much. Hi, Captain Teach. Hi, Maya. When am I live again? After today? Probably Monday. Hi, Ava. Hi, Robert. Hi, Gary from New Mexico. Hi, Michelle. Hi, Alias, who says looking good, crush. Thank you. Hi, Sugar. I want to mess the hair up. It is, child, look at this. Because what happens is I wash it, and if I don't like style it immediately, it just does this. It just does this. It gives me these like crazy curls. Some of the curls start to coil like a little dreadlock, and I gotta like get it to not do that. And the crazy thing is, when I was a little girl, my hair was just as long, but it was straight. It was straight. So crazy. You have a beautiful smile, but there's a sadness behind that smile. Oh, okay. Yeah, the world is sad right now. Hi, Christopher. Hi, Warrior. Who's your favorite comedian ever? Dave Chappelle. Hi, Thomas. Hi, Osnat. Pretty drawn brows. I literally have no makeup on, but thank you. Thank you for thinking my eyebrows are so nice that they can't be mine. Wow. You look good. Thank you, Jefferson. Hi, Mario. Says you look beautiful. Thank you. Thank you. Chris says I'd hit you with my car, Chris Morin. Hi, Eunice. Happy Easter Sunday. Is it Sunday already where you are, Scooter? It's still Saturday over here, honey. It's still Saturday over here. From Turkey. Hi, Brandon Stevens. Hi, Gemma. Hi, Judas from Brazil. Thank you, thank you. Hi, everyone. So, guys, welcome, welcome. So today we're just doing regular Q&A, no fancy stuff. I don't have super chats yet. Y'all, I'm so close. I'm so close to being monetized. I can't freaking wait. If you guys are sick of me now, just wait till I'm making money from this platform. Just wait. Boom. So my Cash App is pinned there if you guys want to donate. Make sure you put your email address in the notes section because everyone who donates gets an exclusive autograph photo plus a free trial to Patreon. But I need your email address to send you that stuff, all right? Who's your favorite wrestler? Mine is Macho Man back in the day. Of all time, The Undertaker. And currently, I would have to say, I don't know, I really like Javon Evans. You are not the same woman. I do all kinds of characters. So if you guys have been to my channel before, I do all kinds of characters. Like, you've probably seen Titi Marissa, the Tia from Brooklyn, Racheta, the Toxica Latina, Hennessy, the Trailer Park Unhinged 304, Baru Bibi, the scammer from Agrabah who just wants a fat wife. Who else? Hunter Darkside is my emo character. I haven't streamed a lot as that character, but I got some things in mind for that character. George says, wish you happy Easter. Thank you, George. Happy Easter. Hi, Prince Luda. Dude, you good after your... What? An underrated comic is Carrot Top, not the prop crap. That's like, he's not even memorable to me. The only thing that's memorable about Carrot Top is his hair and the props. I literally don't know any of his material. Harris says, what do you think about bullies? Like in real life or on the internet? On the internet, they're not real because you could block them, so you're dumb. If you let someone bully you online, you're dumb because you can literally block them. And then you cry about it or you're upset about it, like you could block them. The Life of Fatah says you're beautiful. Thank you. In real life, they hate themselves. Real life bullies hate themselves. And they are jealous of something that you possess, usually. Like, I remember there was this girl, she wanted to fight me because her boyfriend, this was in like high school, okay? But I remember I had a project with this kid, and the guy's girlfriend wanted to fight me because he had told her that I was funny or something. And she came up to me, she was like, you better stay away from my man. And I was like, girl, don't nobody want him, he looked like Tweety Bird. And she was like, I was like, he got a big head and he yellow. I'm not interested in him, okay? It's not like I chose to, like, this is school. This is school. Like, get over it, you know? I thought that was so stupid. But I would say, when it comes to bullying, it depends the type of person you are. Like me, I'm a roaster. So if someone tries to come at me, I'm gonna jokey joke them, cook them, roast them, da 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 da. But also, like, I can fight. So I think it's important that if you are gonna talk smack, you can defend yourself, because they might try to fight you. Learn how to fight, you know? I am going to middle school, so I'm a bit scared. Oh, honey, you're so young. You're so young. This is Michael Jackson. I'm done. If I was Michael Jackson, BB, I would not be here. Michael Jackson, wish, okay? I didn't get a nose job, and I don't like kids. One-on-one roast with me could be harmful to your health. Ha! Please. I've literally, like, roasted so many people. I've won roast battles, competitions. Hi, CT. Hi, Max Punisher. Scooter says, I'm happy Easter Saturday. Ah, well, it's not Easter yet, though. It is in between. Yesterday was Good Friday. Today is the day that everyone thought that was it for Jesus. You know, they thought they had him. And then Jesus woke up, surprise, 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 surprise. My name is Stephanie. Hi, Stephen Garnett. Stay safe, girl, from Stephen London. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. I ain't trying to be in your business, but do you got kids? I have Chewy. Eric B says, I just love you. Thank you. Hi, Gray Dave. Sayed says, hey, Candy, how are you? My name is Adam. My name is not Candy. My name is Stephanie. Calvin, looking pretty. He says, thank you. Scooter says, I got bullied in middle school. Why? I think everyone gets picked on and bullied at some point, you know? And a lot of time, bullies are the way they are because they're not loved. They're not loved. A lot of bullies are mean because they don't get love at home from their parents or their family. Jeremy says, new subscriber, I'm only 23. Are you cooking for Easter Sunday tomorrow? Probably not. Probably gonna just eat some, like pick up some dinner or something. Hi, Paul Bennett. Thank you. Gavi says, oh, wow, beautiful you are. Come to England, please. Thank you. Corey Holcomb is hilarious. Where are you from, Stephanie? Wow, that is a crazy name. Way to spell Stephanie. That is a crazy way to spell Stephanie. I've never seen Stephanie spelled like that. I'm Puerto Rican and Guatemalan. I live in Los Angeles, but I'm originally from Orlando, Florida. Gotta bully the bully, right? Peter says hi from Scotland. Hi, Scotland. Hi, Paul Bennett. It says I like my hair. Thank you. Hi, Martin. All right, I'm going to go here so I can read the comments. Welcome. Make sure you guys hit the like button, subscribe. I live stream Monday through Friday, some Saturdays. My streams include characters, impressions, Q&A, free therapy, comedy, all kinds of stuff. Hi, Deiner from Cuba. Will says Orlando, I'm in Melbourne. Oh, I've been to Melbourne. Captain T says, if you didn't think I was just an internet troll or a random guy. If only you didn't. What? I don't think you're an internet troll or random. I mean, you're all random. I don't know you guys. Hi, DJ. Hi, my music. You're way better looking than your character. It's literally me. That doesn't make any sense. My hair is just long. Same face. That sounds really dumb to say. Hi, Martin. Thank you. KSC from Rochester. Hi, Rochester. Who's the best comedy roaster now? I don't know. I really don't know. I guess Marlon Wayans. He's pretty funny. Hi, Fish Lover. Yes, I do. Rodney says, love your hair long. Thank you. Hair makes a big difference. Yeah. Don't care about the hair. I care about the woman. Games for Kids says you look like Zendaya. I get that all the time. I get that I look like people that look nothing alike. Zendaya, Selena, Vanessa Hudgens. Who's another one? Jennifer Tilly. Like, all these people don't look alike. I really don't get it. Hi, Abdul. Inner Panic says you look Latina in general. I am Latina. I am. So welcome, everyone. No characters today. I needed to rest my voice because doing Titi Marissa for 5 days straight plus additional contents, it could be a little strenuous on the vocal cords. Hi, still me. How are you? Hi, Paul 08. You're so gorgeous. Love Titi, but I love this version as well. Thank you. Douglas says I'm new here. Welcome, Doug. You aren't Latino. Where are you from? What do you mean? I'm Puerto Rican and Guatemalan. Hi, Vash. Thank you, thank you. Thank you, Michi. Hi, Paul Brown. I'm good. How are you? I just want to murder my neighbors. If you can hear all the... It sounds like SummerSlam upstairs, you know? Like Bronson Reed is just giving everyone tsunamis. Thank you, Michi. Still Me says, I imagine that it's hard on the voice. Yeah, it is. Because then I do skits. I film content for my Patreon and my OnlyFans, sometimes in characters. So even if I'm not doing Titi Marissa, just changing your voice that often can be really hard on your voice. Hi, Peace and Joy. How are you? Captain T says, most Latinas have kids. You're a unicorn. Wait, is that racist? No, by my age, I should have grandkids. But I don't want that. I have Chewy. I have a son. Thank you. Hi, Noah. You're terrible. A lot of people are. At least you own it. That makes you better than some. Drain my bank account, please. Okay, my Cash App's pinned. Hurry up, send me $100, loser. Peace and Joy says, doing cool, thanks. Just eating some homemade pizza. Ooh, chilling in Northern Cali sun. Nice. What kind of pizza did you make? Alan says, I liked your live and subscribe. Thank you. Hi, Rashal. So everyone, I don't have super chats yet or gifting. I'm close though. I'm real close. I'm excited. But I pinned my Cash App. It's also in my bio along with Venmo. Anybody who donates. If you note your email address, you are going to get an autographed photo, exclusive photo that nobody else will get. It'll be, everyone gets a photo, and a free trial to Patreon. Hi, Alex Smith. Where does the inspiration for your characters come from? They're all well thought out. Love the humor you put into them. Thank you, Alex. I would say real life experiences, just people watching in general, like when I go to places and I notice things, family, friends, co-workers, ex-co-workers, stories from people, movies. Like I can grab inspiration from anything. Peace and Joy said, I made my own dough. I had some really good cheese at these pizza restaurants. Oh, cheese pizza. Classic. Hi, Alan. Hi, Leslie. From Dallas, Fort Worth, Texas. I've been to the airport. That's about it. Oh, wait, no, I'm lying. One time I did a road trip from California to Florida, and we had to drive through Texas. But I didn't really get to like explore. I wanted to go to the Selena Museum that they have in Corpus Christi, I think, but I couldn't. God, my hair is so annoying. How much would it cost for you to get on the floor and bark like a dog? I will bark like a dog if you send me $10,000. Hi, Harry Ironman. Has any former friends or family watch your videos? Yes, they love them. Gerard, that sentence doesn't even make sense, so I'm ignoring you because you can't speak. Captain Teach says, I know it's inappropriate to ask a woman this, but I'm 40. How old are you, Stephanie? 30. Hi, Furious. I love the way you make me feel. I'm so thankful. Still Me says, should send out some random things like a broken pencil, hotel soap. For what? Damn, Mama, where did you just come from? Your nightmares. No. Alex Smith says, my favorite characters you have are Hennessy and Betsy Sue. Those characters are hilarious. Damn right. You got to join Hennessy's fan site. You got to join her fan site. It's a good time on there. And the Patreon so you can watch our talk show, Two Girls, One Trailer. Hennessy and Betsy Sue are trailer park girls. They're 304s, and they dance at the Coochie Corral, formerly known as the Coochie Corral. Now it's known as the Sleazy Beaver. And they have a talk show on Patreon called Two Girls, One Trailer. That's too unhinged and too raunchy for regular social media. So it's on Patreon. Naimal says you're very beautiful. Thank you. Marcus says hi. Hi there. Hi, Wills. That's right. Peace and joy. Hi, Michi. I'm Stephanie. Captain T says, I love your silly personality. Thank you. Coochie Corral, damn right. Peace and Joy says, fun fact, everybody's using 304 now, but it was used way back in the days, like in the 80s and 90s, for pager codes. Right, that's where it came from. That's literally what it is. Hi, Sean. Gino says, I know I said show us the other half, but there's some, what are you talking about? Denise says, yo, adults on Artica Radio. Okay. Anyway, Alex says, by the way, you were also one of my favorite girls from Bad Girls Club. You brought a lot of life to your season. Thank you. Thank you so much. That's really sweet. You know, there's a freaking channel. I'm so mad. I'm so mad, Alex, because there's a channel that just shows Bad Girls Club all day. And we don't get residuals. They're just showing me on TV all day and I get no residuals. Very upsetting. Is pink one of your favorite colors? Clearly it is, yes. Hi, Mr. Nando. DJ if he says I do content, I see. Bro, I'm your follower since day one and you just hit me with the F you talking about. Yeah, because I literally don't understand what you're talking about. Show us your other half. I don't know what that means. What Bad Girls Club season 16. The social disruption, it was based on social media personalities. Yeah, that's messed up. I know. Hi, Raphael. Thank you. It is messed up. But you know what? At the time, it was like a really good opportunity. It honestly helped me so much with the like trajectory of where my comedy career has gone. I would definitely credit a lot of that to being on the Bad Girls Club, like right before I moved to California. Hi, SH. But at the end of the day, it's the end of the day. Okay, Gino. Hi, Shane. Hi, Aya. Go for it. The world is yours. What the hell are you even saying, Denise? Girl, you're not even making sense. So who's ready for Easter? Get off your keister. It's almost Easter. Yes, I do, Cameron, in my bio. He watched too much Scarface. SH says, I like your hairstyle today. Oh, thank you. I just washed it and it does this. This is just what it does. If I wash my hair and I don't style it right away, this is what it does. Peace and Joy says, so I'm on YouTube. I looked up Bad Girls Club season. A lot comes up. Any particular thing I should search? No. I don't know if it would be on YouTube. It's a TV show. Hi, Mondarius. Hi, Wanda. Hi, Amy. I'm from Orlando, Florida, Puerto Rican and Guatemalan, but now I live in Los Angeles. A bunch of episodes are on YouTube. Yeah, you'll see me. I was skinny and blonde. Hi, Betrayed by Sins. Emmy says, is LA very expensive, like really expensive? Well, I'll tell you this, Emmy. Gas is $6.50 a gallon. And that's just gas. A one-bedroom apartment in a ghetto apartment complex costs over $2,000. And that's in the hood. Hi, Fixin'. Hi, Betrayed by Sins. How are you? You ready for Easter? Angel from Florida, now in Los Angeles. That's right. Devi says, Jesus loves you. He died for our sins so we can live eternally with him. Repent and believe. I love Jesus. I know. Trust me. Sorry, I had to text my dad. Hi, QT. Damn, you look fine without that wig. Thank you. You have to go to where it says all my links, Cameron. Hi, B-boy. Gino says, but when I cash app you, what am I going to do with a signed picture from you? I mean, no offense, boo-boo, but you're not a celebrity yet. Well, Gino, you don't have to cash app me, but you're also going to get a Patreon trial. And you get shout-outs on YouTube. Hi, Tony DiCaprio. Hi, yeah, buddy. How are you? Jesus, we love him. He's tiny Jesus. He just, like, stays on my laptop. Like, every time I stream or I'm working, he's just there. He's on my little setup. It's like part of it. The Bass says, good Lord have mercy. Thank you. The rent is too damn high. Who was the politician that said that? I don't know. Betrayed by Sin says, happy Easter. Blessings to you and your family. Sending love and light always. Thank you, Betrayed by Sins. Joyce Romgol? I'm going to call you Joyce. Hi, Max Punisher. Thank you. Hi, Philip. D-Bass says, shining star, greetings from the Netherlands. You look like a natural queen. Well, I am. My hair, I didn't do my hair. I got no makeup on. Just a little gloss. And I did try to put a little bit of eyeliner, but you guys, the air out here has been so bad. And I also think it has to do with all the damn construction going on, that it's like all this dust and debris keeps like getting in my eyes. It's so annoying that I can't even like wear makeup. It literally irritates my eyes. There she is, the real you. Hi, Al Jones. Peace and Joy says, Bad Girl Club 16 reunion. Winter time to apologize. That's like the end of it. That's the whole like last episode. You are pretty. You tell jokes too. I do, Joe. Hi. Hi, Max Romero. No 360s. Maybe if I start getting some donations, I'll do some 360s. Hi, Joyce. You're beautiful. Thank you, Joyce. Omar. Blessed Hail Queen. Thank you. Hi, King of the World. I'm Puerto Rican and Guatemalan. Originally from Orlando, Florida. And now I live in Los Angeles. Gino says, I don't even know what Patreon is. It's like exclusive content. It's a platform where you can offer exclusive content for a subscription. So on mine, there's like vlogs, stand-up, the mockumentary, The Diaz, that I created. Every episode is on there. Like I said, the talk show with Hennessy and Betsy Sue, the Trailer Park Girl characters. 2 Girls, 1 Trailer, that's on there. A Sociopath and a Psychopath is on there. So it's like a lot of series and vlogs and comedy stuff. And then I do photo sets. Yeah, Buddy says, still have images of you when you're taking the wig off and giving your head such a good itch. Al Jones says, I can't keep a straight face when I see you. I'm sorry. I don't know why. Aya says, are you Latin? Yes, I'm Puerto Rican and Guatemalan. Raja says, hi from Senegal. Hi there. Kenny from South Park from Canada. Hi. Yeah, Buddy says, just how I like. I always preferred my girlfriends without makeup. I mean, it's nice, but still the natural look bangs. You know, but the thing about that is guys will say stuff like that, but then they'll be like ogling or like liking girls' photos or looking at girls on the internet who are completely fake and made up. Hi, Quokes. Thank you. Betrayed by Sin says, today is warm outside. Slushy time. Ooh. Slushy sounds real good. All right. Angel, I give shout outs on Cameo, or you can go to my Instagram and see my promo rates. Hi, Stay Frosty. I do offer paid promotion. I offer paid promotion packages. I have different ones. And depending on where you're located, I can go to your place of business to film sketches and content. No, I'm Puerto Rican and Guatemalan. Hi, Kevin Little. Wasn't there a singer named Kevin Little? It was Kevin Little. Let me hold you, come caress my body. Turn me up, turn me on. Hi, Keith. My name is Stephanie Angel. Thank you, Joe the Pita Eater. That's a fun name. Hi, Red Devil. How are you? Kevin Little, yes, that's how he spelled it. Turn me up, turn me out. Hug me, kiss me, dun 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 dun, ba 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 ba. My name is Stephanie. I've said it like 20 times, Angel. Aw, sookie sookie now. Red Devil says, I'm good, how are you? I'm okay, Red Devil. Angel, if you ask me my name again, it's Stephanie. I've said it. Damn, you would be spoiled soon. Go ahead, BB. The Cash App is pinned. You can buy merch. You can join Patreon. I only remember because he spelled it with a Y. I did not remember that part, but I definitely remember the name Kevin Little. Do you like old white guys with a fat stomach? Santa Claus is cool. Al Jones says, who's your favorite comedian? Dave Chappelle. Hi, Omar. Victor Carlo, are you wearing underwear? Victor, I will kick you out of here. Hi, Clemente. Hi, David from Texas. Red Devil says, how's Auntie? She at one of those protests again? She's making Easter baskets for everyone. Hi, Yonsuk. Hi, Omar. Thank you. What is more beautiful, red hair or blonde hair? Well, I've been blonde before, and I looked like Beyonce, so I'm going to say blonde. Hi, Robert. Everyone gets a tiny Jesus in their Easter baskets. You know it. You know it. Hug me, kiss me. Dun 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 dun, ba 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 bam bam. Saint Andrew, are you a fan of Austrian painter? No, I don't even know any Austrian painters. Hi, love a flash of body. Why don't you flash your wallet open, loser? Omar Davis says you kind of favor Selena Queen, especially the eyes. Thank you. Outfit check real quick, positive vibes. Yeah, people say Selena. I got to audition for the freaking Netflix show because one of my photos went viral where I was like paying homage to her look. And so they asked me to audition for the role, but then they gave it to that girl from that show. What is The Walking Dead? Ugh. Ugh. So annoying. But either way, it was a fun opportunity. Finger says, so that's what you really look like. Love your look. Yes, no characters. So I try to do like Saturdays, just regular Saturday Q&A with me, no characters, because I need to rest my voice and my brain. Like, it is a lot of work to be another person, even with insanity like me, even with mental disorders. It's hard to be another person. Respect, you would have killed that. Thank you, Omar. Hi, Tofi. Thank you. Red Devil says, I want to watch the next WWE PLE, but it's on at like 3 a.m. Which one? The NXT thing? That's on YouTube. That's on right now. No spoilers about Stand and Deliver, please. I will kick you out. If anyone mentions NXT Stand and Deliver, I'm kicking y'all out. I don't play about my wrestling. Happy Easter, fingers. It's 1 a.m. in London. Happy Easter, he has risen. Who would you like to open if given the opportunity in comedy? I never think of who I want to open for because I'm like, I want to be the one that people open, like open for me. I guess Dave Chappelle. Marlon Wayans. Theo Von. I love Theo Von too. No, like WrestleMania or a big one. Oh, WrestleMania, yeah. Omar says, now you got Rosie Perez spot on even when you're not in character mode. She's there. Yeah, but he says it's not. It's 12:49. I don't know where he is. Rodney Dangerfield. He's dead. I can't open for his show if he is not alive, BB. So you'd like to be the headliner. I can see that with the characters be included. So me and Jacqueline have a sketch show coming out where our characters are doing stand-up. It's coming out on Tubi this year. So stay tuned. 180 Barking said he subscribed. Thank you, 180. Or 16 Barking. Sorry, I'm blonde. Al Jones says, so you'd like to be the head? Oh, yeah. Oh, no, it's Haley says, how long have you been trans? You're a perfect diva. You say things like that because you wish I was trans because you're secretly gay. But I'm not trans, BB. Omar says, we laughed at the same time. Red Devil says, bro, I meant like if you could. Hi, Caesar. You look very pretty. No one's going to show you their feet, Caesar. Thank you, San. Attila says, get out. What? What are you talking about? Al Jones. Oh, that's going to be fire. Can't wait to see that. Damn right. Tony TV says, what? Okay. I'll be sure to watch. I love, oh, I live on Tubi. Really? Good to know. Yeah, we're going to be on Tubi. Our sketch show. Hi, Martin. You're very likable. Thank you, Martin. Sammy says, look so fire with your hair like that. Thank you, Swammy. Gosh, I don't know what it is about me that just brings all the pervs. All of them. Have you ever been nervous on stage before? When I first started doing stand-up, like I remember my first comedy show ever, I literally didn't know how to like breathe right. And so I would say the joke, da 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 da. But I also think it had something to do with like, okay, so I'm from Florida and now in California, there's like mountains, like you're high up, you know? And so being high up in California, I think the elevation, also it was hard in general. Like the breathing was different, even like cooking, like you have to cook longer out here. It's weird. Hi, Archie. Steven says, what is Tubi? It's a streaming platform. Omar says, simple, beautiful, much respects to you. Thank you, Omar. Yes, Ace, go to the link in my bio that says all my links. Let me make you a baby. Ugh. I wouldn't even want to breathe your air. Hi, Timmy. Ale says hi from South Africa. Hi, Ariel. She said all the pervs. For real, all of them. Hi, Monton. Miracle says hello from Nigeria. Finger says you seem less rude, out of character. Well, it's part of the character. Aunt Marissa's very like blunt. She's an aunt, so you know aunties in general think they know everything. She's from Brooklyn. So there's that little like sass from New York. It's part of the act. Steven says, who is the most famous person you've toured with? I opened for Jay Farrow. And one time I was performing at Flappers and J-Lo was there. Another time, Raven Simone saw me. Too Short. Jeff Ross judged my roast battle. Somebody need to freaking feed their dog or something. Like, what is that dog crying like that? Hi, Jimmy from New Zealand. How are you? Hi, Alex. This one wants to see my tongue. This one wants me in a bikini. That's so Raven. That's right. Finger says, you truly are beautiful and funny. Need some smiles as I'm in London. Oh, that's right. The prison. Red Devil says, Auntie Marissa hasn't got the time for y'all, so she's already dealing with the damn garbage disposal people. Exactly. How much did Patreon cost? I have 2 tiers. One's $5 and one's $10. You can get over 500 pieces of content. And plus more stuff that I'll be uploading. Respect, I liked and sub. Thank you, Stephen, for subscribing. Hi, it's Akash. Hi, Roger K. Ariel says you got the comedy show at Pasadena. Yes, I've done the Ice House several times. Hi, Walks. Queen off the hook. Hi, Sean GT. Damn girl, you dressed down well. Thank you. Al Jones says, do you want to think I am coming on to you? Promise I'm not. Respect. But how do you feel about people saying that pretty women aren't funny? Some of them aren't. Some of them aren't. Like, honestly, there's become this like trend of like hot girls wanting to do comedy and getting booked because they're hot. Like, it is true sometimes. It really is. Yeah, Buddy says, do you think there's anything truth to when rappers say they had to sell their souls? It sounds like such a dark industry. Do you hear this in the comedy circuit? People get the latter. Comedy's too poor to afford the Illuminati. I feel like when it comes to the entertainment industry in general, like the higher ups, a lot of them are into weird stuff. So, I mean, yes and no. I've never been in that situation where they're like, sell your soul and we'll make you famous, or sacrifice your whoever. Like, I've never been in that situation, but I'm not gonna lie. There's some people I wouldn't mind getting rid of. No. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I could never. Oh my God, forgive me. It's Easter weekend. I'm terrible. I'm awful. I'm wishing Spain this year. I need to learn my Spanish. What is it that people are using now? Duolingo. Duolingo. Oh my God, that dog. I'm about to climb the freaking balcony and take that dog home. Take Vince McMahon, for example. What about Vince McMahon? Hi, Aksha from India. Oxael, she's quirky but cute. Thank you. Carlos Trevino, damn baby, beautiful. Thank you, Carlos. Al Jones says, by the way, though, it's an act. You have the woman here in Brooklyn down packed. Thank you, Al Jones. I need to make you my new wife. Probably not going to happen, Biggie. It's not going to happen. What got you started in the comedic world, Queen? Well, since I was like little, and I'm talking like 4 years old, I would do impressions, and I was always goofy, always making jokes. I was always the chatterbox and the class clown. Like, it was just my natural personality. And then after I did reality TV, I wanted to move out here in California just to see like what other opportunities could I get right now. Like, I'm literally on TV right now, like it's relevant. And I just felt like I needed to try comedy. And when I did, it just kind of fell together. And like before that, I've always done sketches and characters. Like even before social media, I would make home video skits. So it was just always kind of in me. Yeah, Buddy says, I mean, when you see these people on American Idol crying to make it, it kind of feels they would do anything to become famous. Maybe some of them. Red Devil says, higher ups with a lot of money, they can do anything they want. Al John says, are your characters inspired by people you know personally? Yeah, Aunt Marissa is inspired by my mother and my aunts. Gino says, bro, where's she reading those comments? Like 2 years behind on the comments. I guess so. There's a lot of comments. Hi, $1 Million Dream. Ariel says, I'm feel bold to see you. I don't know what you're saying. Omar says, God's gift to you and stood on business. Bless you, though. Keep up the greatness. Thank you. Thank you so much. Red Devil says, at my prom, I had a whole section for comedy, for a comedy show, and performed in front of my school, and my crush died laughing. You did comedy? That's really cool, Red Devil, at your prom? I didn't know that they did stuff like that. We didn't have a comedy show at my prom. I might report your channel. It's a little lame. Here, I'll help you. I'll kick you out. Yeah, Buddy says, haha, I gotta meet your mom. She sounds wild. Oh, so my mom is like naturally hilarious. And then my dad is like making jokes, dad jokes. You know, he's a clown. So both of my parents are really funny. Even my grandparents have been like it. Honestly, I do think it's genetics, because my aunt's funny. I have an aunt who's my age, and she's funny too. She's really funny. When I move back to Florida, we're gonna start a podcast together. Red Devil says, I was literally using some of my favorite comedians' jokes. Oh, so you're stealing jokes, Red Devil. I'm crying, Ayo. Why are you crying? Gino says, so you're already on television. Yes, I did reality show. I did Bad Girls Club. And then here I am. Hard bun, trying to figure out who you look like with the long hair. Hi, Junior Garza. You're not seeing NXT. I'm going to watch it later. Omar says, that was funny. She said, let me help you. Oh, yeah. Because here's the thing. Like, don't troll me and think I'm not going to troll you back. And like, don't be rude and think I'm not going to block you. I am a big fan of the block button, okay? My block list, probably over 1,000 people are blocked. But I always make fun of them first. You're welcome. Red Devil says, yes, I had a section for about 15 minutes of comedy show and literally everyone laughed. They laughed because you stole famous comedian jokes. Did you make any of the jokes up yourself? That's crazy. Yeah, Buddy says, how are they going to treat a white English boy at the BBQ? Will I be intimidated? What barbecue are we talking about? Who is they? Hard bun, it does make you look younger. I don't know what you're talking about. Red Devil says, no, I made up some jokes, but some stolen. Oh my gosh. Ghetto. Omar says, because somebody said they report you and you said, yeah, let me help. Oh, for real. I'm at NXT right now backstage. Cool. Post a picture on my community post. Al Jones says, you seem to be normal and kind to be on the Bad Girls Club. I was the party girl. Like, I didn't even fight. Everybody liked me. Now you seem like you about that life, queen. Yeah. I don't like to go there, but I will, you know? Gino says, my favorite comedian inspiration was Dixon Myers. Do you know the place Israel? Of course. Never been there, but I know what it is. Hi, Arlena. Have you seen Stranger Things? Yes, I love Stranger Things. There's a new animated one coming out, right? Omar says, I'm deaf going to stay on the positive with you, Queen No Cap. Thank you. Your bestie, Peyton. I love your hair. Thank you. Are you funnier than George Lopez? That's up to the person watching. Yeah, Buddy says, your mom and dad's family summer barbecue. Pfft. Jay Dizzo, hello, how's the weather this evening? Hot, muggy, nasty. Hi, Sticks. Your hair's so pretty. Thank you, Peyton. How's Silvio? Red Devil says, Javon Evans cashed in. Don't do NXT spoilers. I'll kick everybody out. No NXT spoilers. Obviously, I'm not watching. My favorite meal? I love seafood. Probably a seafood boil. Is it true that comedians are the most depressed persons in real life? A lot of them are. A lot of them are. A lot of us come from like traumatic upbringings and things. And I get that everyone goes through trauma though, but we just know how to hone into that trauma. Like I have a whole bit about being raised by drug addicts. Remember I told you about me doing an open mic night stand-up stint? Oh yeah, how did that go? Tomorrow it's Charlotte Flair's birthday. She's gonna be 40. Wow. Hi Dame Dalla. Hi Suitor. Gino says, so your parents were funny, but they had a little drug problem. Well, not my, so it was my stepdad. I had a stepdad and my mom. I don't do drugs, I am drugs. Hi, Ray Dempsey. Thank you, Red Devil. Aya says, do you know the place? Yes, I know what that is, Aya. I've never been there, I told you. Hi, Stutter from India. Los Angeles, but I'm Puerto Rican and Guatemalan. I'm taking Charlotte Flair out for her birthday. Junior, you are like a pathological liar. Are you really? Are you really? You always talk about how you dating Raquel Rodriguez. Now you taking Charlotte Flair out for her birthday. Hilarious. Hi, Ray. Junior says that's why I'm me and Charlotte Flair on my profile. Red Devil says, Steph, I meant Charlotte, but you're pretty. Oh. No, not yet betrayed. No spoilers. Gino says, but look at you now. You've overcome that time life. Now you're a comedian. Many people that weren't that strong got effed up. That's true. Hi, Ray. Look at my hair. My God. Alrighty. So what are y'all doing for the weekend? Al Jones, thank you for the donation, honeydew. You didn't put your email address. What's your email address so I can send it? Put it in the comments so I can send you a Patreon trial. Thank you, Al Jones. So anybody who donates, my Cash App's in the pinned comments, and it's also in my bio along with Venmo. I don't have super chats or gifting yet. So I know a lot of people ask how to donate. That's just the easiest way. I don't know. But make sure you note your email address because I'm sending you a photo and a free trial to Patreon, and you get a shout out here. Oh, thank you, Al Jones. Well, if you change your mind, just send me your email. Hi, Kames. Hi, Spiley boy. Gino says, I was in the club yesterday and I got a black eye. I think I will rest it. You got in a fight, Gino? Yeah, Buddy says, I was really nervous and could hear it in my breath became shallow, so I started my open joke with, sorry, I'm out of breath. But if you ever shag an elephant, make sure you got on. Got it, what? Make sure you got on. You get on. I don't get it. Oh, get on top. I can't decide. You love my left eyebrow? That is wild. Hi, Ezra. How are you, Ezra? First I was afraid. I was petrified. Gino says, it was my fault I was drunk and doing too much. It's what it is. Hi, Hanzo. You're awesome as always. Thank you, Hanzo. First I was afraid, I was petrified. Do you water your plants? If I have plants, but I don't really have plants. It's true what they say that in order to become a comedian, you have to have some level of trauma in your lives. I don't think so, because a lot of comedians I know are also, well, those comedians aren't good. So maybe, I don't know. I was like, well, there are some comedians that haven't had a traumatic life and have been very privileged, but I was like, yeah, but they're not really funny when I was thinking about it. So maybe, I don't know. Ezra says, new job, I hate the people, but I'm not going to, what? Yeah, you focus on your money, Ezra. What is the job, Ezra? What's the job? Brett Devil says, one of my jokes was, I love this place here, you know, but life isn't easy sometimes. One day I went to the bar. They told me, get out. They wanted to start the happy hour. Huh. So why you broke up with your man? That's not real. That's Titi Marissa's side story. So if you're new here, Titi Marissa, Tia Marissa, Aunt Marissa, who seems to be my most popular character, the mockumentary that I created. If you don't know what a mockumentary, it's a fake documentary. Think shows like The Office, Parks and Recreation, Trailer Park Boys. What's another mockumentary? Abbott Elementary, like shows like that where like it's like a documentary but it's not a real documentary. That's what the Diaz was. And it is a story about how her and her cousin Consuelo got divorced from men after they turned into women. And it is something that I created during the pandemic. Originally, it was an exclusive series for OnlyFans and OFTV streaming platform. And then we won literally like I want to say about 25 awards for this mockumentary. And so we started putting it out to the public and on different platforms. And it's also on a streaming platform called Really TV. And yeah, so you guys can enjoy the first couple seasons here on YouTube, but all the episodes are on Patreon. So make sure you join the Patreon. I also did a bare knuckle fight for money and got totally battered. I think I'll stick to my day job. I've never done a bare knuckle fight, but one time I was so wasted, I punched a hole through a wall. And I didn't even get hurt. I felt like a superhero. It was like an accomplishment. Red Devil says, oh, Ezra says, new job and I hate the people. I'm not. Okay, well, what's the job? Red Devil says, oh, I did that one. BLD Rio, hi. Hope all is well. How's your weekend been so far? Much respect and blessings. Long time. I know BLD Rio. It's good. My weekend's going good. It's Easter weekend. Praise God. Praise Jesus. Yeah, Buddy says, I'm going to start calling you Rapunzel. I know. My hair is so long. Ever since I stopped dyeing it blonde and I just started like leaving it. I don't even straighten it every day or nothing. It's growing like crazy. And then I did like a before and after shoot for Nutrifoil. And so I got to take their supplements for free for a really long time, and that helped a lot too. Nutrifoil is super effective. If you want your hair to grow thicker and longer, it's very expensive, but it works. So if you got the budget, I'm gonna tell you right now, as someone who worked for them, Nutrifoil is it, honey. Gino says, nah, I mean for real, I know it's your bit, your other character. What other character? Barchetta's a scam artist and a sugar baby. Auntie's happily divorced. Red Devil says, means like it would be happier. I left like depression follows me stuff. Means like it would be happier if I left the depression. God, I am just... I see. The bar couldn't have happy hour because you were there. I get it. Stanley says, hey, sweetie, how are you doing? Thank you, Stanley. I'm good. How are you? Gino says, I have the darkest joke ever, but it's so dark I can't even say it. Oh, boo, I love dark jokes. Hi, Shaka. Hi, Edward. Yeah, but he says, my girlfriend at the time went crazy, told me it's dangerous, blah, blah, blah. Boo-hoo. Phil Anthony says, you're gorgeous. Thank you, Phil Anthony. Yeah, buddy says, what do you eat, hair? That's a funny. That's good. Thank you, Stanley. Love your long hair. Can you show your hair length? So if I were to straighten my hair, like let's say I straightened it, it would be all the way to like my literal in the middle of my butt. All the way. Hi, Alani. You look good in pink. Thank you, Ray. Gino says, I just used garlic olive oil shampoo. That's the best you could get. My mom used something with like onion and rice water. And I will say that that stuff worked, but I cannot deal with my hair smelling like an onion. Like you have to wash it so much for that smell to go away. I can't. Red Devil says another joke. Oh God, here we go. Summer in the UK is non-existent anyway, but last time it was hot, I bought a pool. I found 2 Cuban guys swimming in it looking for Florida. Ray Dempsey says, beautiful eyes and smile. Thank you. Gino says, here's the dark joke. What's the difference between a microwave and a 3-year-old child? What? I want to know. What? Tell me now. Bob says I'm not doing good today. Oh no, what's wrong, Bob? Hi, Taco. No one's doing a 360. If I start getting a good amount of donations, I'll do a 360. Hi, Salou from Senegal. The microwave doesn't scream. Bye, Gino, bye. That is awful. That's a red flag right there. Hi, Joe Wolf. Ayuba, thank you. Thank you, Ray. Have you been busy with your artwork? I love your sense of humor and personality. Oh, thank you, BLD. I'm always working on something, editing, filming, making content, filming TikToks, reels, live streaming, reaching out to brands, reaching out to events, event bookers, writing. It's literally a full-time job. Red Devil says, I got a hug from my crush anyway, so it was funny. Hi, Elias. No, I'm not. Depression and anxiety. Oh, honey, we're all going through it. Gino says, I heard that first time. I was so shocked. That's not even a joke. That's crazy, disgusting. That's wild. I think you should go full Tony Hawk's and do a 720. Whatever happened to Tony Hawk? Like, he was, okay, I get it. He was very, like, he was known for skateboarding. But he used to do shows. They had him in cartoons and media. And then he just, like, disappeared. Al Jones says, do you ever get intimidated by any of the celebrities that you had to work alongside? I haven't really worked alongside celebrities. I mean, I've performed in front of some, but I haven't worked with them. I've opened for Jay Farrell. That's about as close to a celebrity I'll get. And he stole my joke. So I don't even see him as a celebrity. Like, you can't steal my joke and expect me to see you the same. I was like, damn, you obviously think I'm funny. Am I going to go on tour now? Dylan says, my male teacher was teaching out of nowhere. He wore a skirt. It happens. Hi, Lefty. Thank you. Yeah, but it says the naughty's finished and TV became. Right? Like, what happened? Hi, AJ Walla. That laugh is evil. You light up the room. Thank you, Ray. All right, y'all. Make sure you subscribe to my fan site. By the way, I made Hennessy's OnlyFans free till April 6th. So if you want to subscribe to the Trailer Park Girls fan site, it's free until April 6th. But don't be dusty on there because you'll get blocked. You watch Breaking Bad, you look like Jesse Pinkman's Latina girlfriend. No, but that guy follows me. I've never seen the show, but I know who you're talking about because that guy follows me. Can I just say I love your wall? Pfft. Okay. Thank you, Edward. First time seeing your channel, you new to YouTube. I've been on here. I would say I started being consistent around last year, where I started streaming more, trying to post more, be more active. But I live stream Monday through Friday, at least 3 o'clock every day. And sometimes I'll do the weekends just as myself. Usually I do character comedy streams. Yes, reality TV. That's right. It's in if you go to the link in my bio where it says all my links, you'll see it, Edward. And it's going to be Hennessy on the Rocks page. Paul says, what is your type? What do you look for in a man that you would date? Well, I have a man, so whatever he has going on. Ariel says, if you get to meet Concrete the comedian, it will literally love you. I don't know who that is. Lefty says, love the flowing hair. I'd make out with you. Gee, what a privilege. Gino says, that's why he follows you. Maybe. I've never seen Breaking Bad. There's so many popular shows that I have never seen or even cared to see. Starting with Breaking Bad, Power. What's the one with Carrie Russell? And she's like a lawyer or something. Game of Thrones, haven't seen that. The first time I saw The Matrix was during the pandemic. Like, I don't care. I'm not easily, what is the word? Like, I can't think of the word. Influenced. I'm not easily influenced. Red Devil says, okay, one more. Oh my God. I wasn't too smart when I was young. Someone said I was spoiled. I said a lot of kids smell that way, you know. Okay. All right. I know that writing is a full-time job for sure. I write music and it takes time and creativity. With the utmost respect, you're absolutely gorgeous. Thank you, BLD. Hi, Junior. Beta. Yes, I remember. Hi, Tamar Batty. Welcome back, our butterfly. Yeah, Buddy says, you keep saying Edward. It's making me look up. That's my name. Oh. It's going, Tamar. How's your day? Ariel says, haha, you... I don't know what that means, Ariel. AJ, well, damn, I was reading your bio. You do wrestling. If you go to my page, you will see a playlist called WWT. And I do recaps and roast of, sometimes I do Raw, sometimes I do NXT. I used to do SmackDown, but I feel like SmackDown, I'm sorry, ever since they tried to make SmackDown 3 hours long, it's too much filler. Like, did anyone watch SmackDown last night? I was very annoyed. I was very annoyed. Hi, Mr. Vingati. Aunt Marissa's making Easter baskets. Gino says, I think you're the type of person who already got opportunity to get with male celebs, but you said F those celebs. Oh, I've had some. I could have been a Kardashian. Like, literally. Al Jones says, you can't easily become monetized on here. Strictly for your content followers and watch hours. Is that what you chose to do? Yeah, I'm really close. I will probably say, with the way my channel has been growing, I will be monetized by, I'm thinking by June. Yeah, Buddy says, sorry guys, the stream is ending now. Stephanie needs to go watch Breaking Bad. Nope. Dorlin, hi there. Hi, Etika. I read music too. Oh, I don't read music. Hi, Itakash. Ritz says, sorry if I'm the same. I'm not easily influenced to watch films. In fact, last time I watched a film was in 2020. The last movie I watched was the Wicked movies. And before that, I watched The Truman Show because that was a movie I hadn't seen. And that was like a month ago. And that's a Jim Carrey movie. I love Jim Carrey. And I didn't even see that movie. Junior says you look different today. Yes, Junior. There's no Titi Marissa, no Aunt Marissa, no characters. This is the vessel behind the characters. Hi, Juan. Hi, Liam. Hi, Clayton. Let's push you and get monetized. Please do. Please do, y'all. Share my skits. Share my lives. You know, it helps. Hi, Soprano. Hello, my Brooklyn Diva. You're just amazing. Your Brooklyn Diva's making us Easter baskets. Kevin Tripp says, please, a waste of time. Well, Kevin, you're an idiot because you're wasting your time by being here. Dark Soul says, girl, you're just so beautiful. I did it come naturally. I could tell because damn girl. Thank you, Dark Soul. Sunya says, I love the Truman Show. Me too. Because you're looking more beautiful than before. Yeah, there's no character, so no wig. It's just me. It is my real hair, Sunya. It is. What's the Truman Show? It's an old movie with Jim Carrey where basically his life is like a simulation. And everyone is watching him live his life. And everyone knows that they're on a show except for him. It's really good.